Bill. Bill has been on hold longer than anybody else. Bill, you still with us?
Hey, Mr. Tom Bigby, how you doing this morning, sir?
Hey, everything is just dandy. How's things in your world?
Well, I mean, I was driving down the road this afternoon when I heard the announcement. What was that guy's name again? The guy who just became the first
Eric Fanning.
Yeah, and so my PTSD kicked in because, as a straight 100% disabled veteran who was sodomized and raped on the Lincoln, and the documentation is there, and my case is at the Federal Circuit Court now, one step away from the Supreme Court, because I'm fighting for the right to get retroactive pay back to the time of discharge for the wrong misdiagnosis of a personality disorder, which caused me to miss out on veteran benefits for years. But I'm not allowed to tell that story. That's what makes me mad, Tom.
So
everybody, transgenders are allowed to categorize themselves. Homosexuals are allowed to categorize themselves. But if you're a straight disabled veteran and you say that, people call you a bigot. And I want to.
So you were you were actually, as you said, you were actually sodomized by a fellow service member?
Not one, 7. 2 first classes aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, CBN 72. I was first crew on that aircraft carrier. And when I got on there, they decided they were going to do some hazing, which, if that's now in the news. That other guy up there in New Hampshire, them kids killed that guy for hazing. Then you got Mr. and Mrs. Champion down here in Florida, the parents of Robert Champion Jr., the FAMU band student who was killed because he was hazed. And the parents now are trying to sue FAMU, and the FAMU school board is trying to tell the judge that they shouldn't allow the parents to sue. So, and tying that all in with the hazing of military veterans, it's unbelievable.
Well, the whole thing about that you bring up, you bring up the whole hazing thing. That's just a disgusting practice in itself. And now, can I ask you something, Bill? Since you're being so candid about it, and these guys who
7 sailors,
so
two first classes, and instructed them to
these 7 sailors and these 2 E6s you're talking about. Do you know that it doesn't matter? But were they these 7 sailors? Were they homosexuals, or was this just a hazing event that got carried away?
Well, here's the deal. As soon as it happened, we went to medical. That's why it's documented in my file. Yeah. And then we went to Captain's Mass, and it was me versus the 2 first classes, the 7 sailors, Master Chief, the ensign, and the lieutenant of the division. And they were all going to get demoted, but the captain didn't do it. I just talked to the psychiatrist the other day, whose signature is all over the paperwork saying that I had the personality disorder. The psychiatrist who gave me that misdiagnosis still works inside the Veterans Administration.
Now, before this happened, how long had you been in the Navy before this happened to you?
I was only in a year and 3 months, and that's when it happened to me. And it happened to me in November of 1989. I was discharged in January 1990.
And before that, everything was fine. Everything was great.
Everything was copacetic. Yeah.
You were like what they call, you were like a 4.0 sailor or close to it, right?
Well, I don't know. I did my best. Yeah. But I didn't want to be.
Bill, that's terrible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be saying that I hate gay people or transgender people.
Because here's the thing. Because this is what this really, if you don't mind me saying, I hope I'm not off base here. This has nothing to do with the gay thing. This has more to do with hazing, you being abused than the whole openly gay members of the U.S. military. This is terrible.
Like I was talking to this girl today, and when I was in the grocery store this evening, a nice young black woman, and she goes, "Oh, you in the military?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "What were you like, military sexual trauma too?" She says, "Yeah." I said, what are you, like 100%? She says, yeah, I just became 100% through unemployability, TD, whatever. I said, that was the wrong way to go. You should have become permanent total. She goes, I'm trying to because I want to get stuff for my kids and I can't do it because I'm 100%, permanent. She's 100%, but through unemployability. That's how she got it, which means that, they try to get her to go back to work.
She's unemployable?
Yeah, it's
I'm not sure how this works, Bill.
Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is, like the other day, I went to the town hall meeting down here at James Haley Veteran Hospital because I'm requesting massage therapy for my back condition. I already had an operation, but massage therapy works on me. Yeah. Electric shock or putting a string on my toe, pulling it up to my chest doesn't do me any good. Massage therapy works. So the VA does not have massage therapy. So in order to get massage therapy, you would have to utilize the VA Choice Program, which I put in that request. It was denied by the director, Mr. Battle, and the chief of operations, Dr. Edward Kudlow. So I went to the town hall to try to ask the question, and I only got like 2 minutes, and then they shut me off because I started doing Martin Celebrity.
Pardon, I'm sorry, but you mentioned the VA Choice Program. What's that like? If the VA doesn't have a certain specific thing that you need, they will send you out. Or if you cannot be seen in a timely manner, or if you live farther than the crow flies, they will send you to an outside program. And apparently, your back condition is not pressing enough for them. If I hear you correctly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I would say this. I said, but the VA has a hormone replacement therapy, then I'd follow that up with widow's pay, Widows have been getting the same pay for 40 years, only $100, but you could play dress up and the government pays you for it, Well,
I know there was I can tell you of an instance. I know we're kind of all over the place here, but years ago, I was home on I was actually home on leave. And while in my absence, while I was up here on leave, there were a couple guys, cooks, mess specialists, who decided apparently that they had enough of the military life, and because when I got back, I people were filling me in on it and telling me how. It was almost like they conspired to do this. They wanted out. And so they intentionally, recklessly decided to go into one of the walk-ins knowing that they were going to get caught. And that's documented. I don't want to give the ship's name or anything like that, but I mean this is kind of, and this I guess this kind of thing happens in offices.
Well, in closing, I mean, the Pentagon, it saved the Pentagon billions of dollars with this personality disorder discharge, and nobody talks about it. They try to talk about it with H.R. 975, the Mental Health Review Act, but it's not. It's already dead. And it really makes me so upset. You want to stop me thinking suicide? Well, then fully compensate me.
Yeah.
That would bring the numbers. That would bring your suicide numbers down. It's kind of funny when you kill yourself like Clay Hunt. That's when they pass a bill for you.
It's just a little bit too late then.
It just makes me sad.
Yeah.
And I want to be fair with everybody else. Of course, I'll probably have to end up, biting my tongue because the transgenders are in the military. That's what I'm saying. What, you going to tell me that my psychiatrist is going to be transgender and tell me about military sexual trauma? It totally blows my mind. What about the people that want to wear latex in public, or the people that want to wear a diaper in public? Are they going to be allowed to serve in the military, or what if my wife's breasts are too small? Is the government going to pay for that? What if I want to be Ron Jeremy? Is the government going to pay for that? See how confusing it becomes?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to listen. It seems.
I got you, Bill. People get this uneasy.
And thank you. And most of your callers sound like my father, who's from Middletown, Ohio.
Bill.
Yes, sir.
Man, I listen. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for letting me. Just look it up. Personality disorder and how the government screwed a lot of veterans.
All right, Bill, you take care of yourself. Good luck to you.
Hey, and if I get some money, man, I'd like to come up with some kind of plan. If somebody out there can help me, my case is at the Federal Circuit Court. If I become a winner, I'd like to give like $100,000 of my money to some kind of veterans thing to help people out. Maybe some VFWs up there in Ohio and VFWs down here in Florida.
Well, buddy, keep us posted, will you? I got to scoot.
You got it recorded.
Got to get this break. All right, buddy. Take care. We're coming up on 4 minutes away from the top of the hour. Get this break in real quick, and before you know it, it'll be news with the one, the only Jack Hill. It's ATN. Driven by Celadon and DriveCeladon.com.